Hey gamers, Sybersnake's back. The special package has arrived. Okay, it didn't arrive today, it arrived Saturday, but I've actually got a chance to show it you now. So before I get into it, which I know some of you guys already know what it is because you've guessed and fair play to you, but some of you may not know what it is. But I guarantee by midway point of this video you're going to guess or already know what it is. But before I get to that, I've got 3 games I want to show you. Then we're going to put a bit of a backstory before I show you the beast. Anyway, games. 3 games. I picked up 2 last week and 1 actually come with the package in question. Now, obviously, I've held this back because I've been waiting for the main man Grubgun to get his trade, and he actually received it and he's loving it, and I'm glad you received it, mate. But do me a favour, keep the protective sleeve on the game. Trust me. But the game in question, obviously, is Star Fox Assault for the NTSC GameCube. Perfect condition. Slightly differs from the one I originally had because obviously this is the Player's Choice one. This is the Black Label First Press, which I do prefer because obviously you got the gold label or you get the Player's Choice and the stupid yellow band at the top of the games, and that really gets on my wick. But fell on my feet with this one and grabbed this with the item in question, which I'm going to show you in a bit. But gotta say this before I put this down: if you haven't got this in your collection, you've got to get this. This is just such a stonking game. Easily one of my top 5 games in my collection. But the price ain't going down on this. This is going up. So grab it while you can, guys, because Namco done a fantastic job on this game, and easily probably one of the best games of the series. That's what I say anyway. But there you go, that's my first game, guys. That is Star Fox Assault. Back in the collection. Nice. Now the second game, I also already have a copy already in my collection, but I got the PAL version. Now I bought the PAL version, as I said before, because I didn't really want to pay over the odds for that game because, you know, it's a good game, but it ain't a brilliant game. But when I played it, I realised how good it was. And then I fell on my feet again and found an NTSC copy cheaper than the PAL version I bought. And I'm glad I got it because the artwork, yet again, I'm into the artwork. I love the artwork of the front covers and things like that. Especially with the Japanese, but the NTSC do a far better job. Well, it's this Die Hard Vendetta. And I got this cheaper than I bought the PAL version, which is weird. But as you can see, far better artwork. Absolutely mint condition, as per usual. But after playing this last week, I've got to admit, it is a great first person shooter for the GameCube, without a doubt. Fantastic little game. But as I say, so happy to get this. I think I paid literally £2.50 for this. So I fell on my feet again. So to get this in the condition it's in, totally complete, perfect condition, £2.50, happy days. But there you go. I'm not going to get rid of the PAL one because cover variations, because I'm sad like that. But top dollar, there's my second game, and that's Die Hard Vendetta, the NTSC version. Cheap as chips, man. Cheap as chips. But this one weren't so cheap as chips. This one is a ball ache to get because I've waited and I've bit my tongue to try and get this one for a half decent price. And the thing about this game, it sticks at £40 and it goes up. It never goes below £40. If you're lucky to pick this up under £40, fair play to you. But I haven't been able to get it. It's obviously a PAL game, and it's a very sought after game. I find now the NTSC version of this game is also rising in price. So I bought that originally. I had a choice between the PAL or the NTSC, and I bought the NTSC version. And I wish that I bought them both, to be honest with you. Excuse me. But eventually, I bided my time. I give up and I just bought it for £40. And it's in absolutely perfect condition anyway. But it is Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, the PAL version. As I say, perfect condition. So it's nice artwork on this one. I do like this one, but I slightly do prefer the NTSC artwork over the PAL release. But both versions, as I said previously, they are getting a bitch to get out of for a decent price. You've really got to pay £40 and up. So to be honest, I'm glad I got it. I've been on obviously this GameCube like hype thing for like the last month and a bit now. So this game had to be bought one way or another. So I've just give up, and it's now slapped into the collection at last. But there you go. That's game number 3, guys. That is Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes PAL version. Have at you, Snake. That was just so sad what I just said. But anyway, forget it. That's said now. Now, the beast, the package. As I said, I know full well a lot of you are going to know what it is already, you've guessed. But I'm just going to give you a little bit of a backstory about what it's all about. Now, the beast, as I'm calling it. Right, this is probably one of Nintendo's rarest systems. It came out in 2001 with a merger with Panasonic. And what they did, they integrated a DVD player into it, so it could compete with the likes of the original Xbox and PlayStation 2. But obviously the system failed because it was very high priced. But they only brought it out in Japan, 100,000 systems in total. But there was a slightly higher priced version of this game, should I say, this system, and it was Lixang. They brought out a limited run of modded versions where you could actually play Japanese and American titles. Also, it turned it into a multi-region DVD player, and this is the one I've managed to get my hands on, the Lixang version, which I'm so happy because at one time Lixang, they were a fantastic site, brilliant importer, but the Sony sued their ass and then closed down the site, which is unfortunate because I had a lot of Dreamcast fighters from that website. But anyway, I actually got myself one, and nowadays these go from 400 and up. I'm trying to get the Game Boy player for it. I've seen one, but it's with the system again, and it's like knocking 450, 500 quid. But I was lucky enough to barter the guy down to 380. So that is a fairly blooming good deal, to be honest with you. I've waited a very, very long time to get one of these. I've wanted one for a long time, but just never had the funds to realistically go out and splash the cash. But I've worked my ass off over the last few weeks, and I've got myself something that is just probably easily one of the best systems in my collection, without doubt. But firstly, I'll show you the box, because as I did say, it comes in a box, and there it is, guys. Can you see me? It's the Panasonic Q in the box. Now, obviously, the Lixang version, it's obviously been modded so it can play the Japan NTSC and multi-region. But the good thing about the remote you get with it, obviously if you buy the Japanese version, you get Japanese writing on the remote. And some people it doesn't really matter because you can figure it out, play, record, rewind, whatever the case may be. But obviously with the Lixang, they designed a plate and made it English. So obviously the remote control was all in English, which was an added bonus. But boxed Lixang edition, modded, I think it's about time you've seen it. I'll go get it. Now, what a machine. What a machine. And there we have the Panasonic Q. Absolutely beautiful mirror front. If you do watch videos on YouTube, you'll know once you obviously switch it on, all the joy ports light up blue. And you got this lovely humming sound, absolutely superb. I mean, it's a bit of a beast, as you can see. This guy is humongous, and as you can see underneath, it's still got all its connections for the original GameCube, but it's got feet on it. Now there was a specially made Game Boy player, but the Game Boy player itself is very, very, very hard to come by. And it'll easily cost you a couple of £100. But I've seen one on eBay with the machine and the Game Boy player for about £450. But obviously I've got one. But I'd rather have had this Lixang edition, the modded version, than pay £450 for a Japanese one. But there you go, guys. There is the best console I've ever owned. Obviously you got your LCD at the top. which shows you obviously whether you're playing GameCube or you got your DVD player on. You got all your controls at the top: play, stop, rewind, and at the front also you've got your power switch, and then you got your dialogue enhancer, your cinema, game reset button, and also this beast is Dolby Digital as well, so you can have some pure sound coming out of this beast, I tell you. But I've been playing this, and to be honest, I don't think I'll ever play another GameCube because this will be plugged in permanently now. And I'll be playing Pitfall, believe it or not, Grub Gun's Trade. What a game, mate! Absolutely fantastic bit of GameCube game there. Loving it, absolutely loving it, mate. But there you go, guys. I can't say no more than that. What a machine, and I'm privileged to own one of these, trust me. Especially this edition, the modded version, because they're far and few between, and you've got to have, you know, the money. And I've just been lucky that I've worked my ass off and I've saved hard for this. You know, this ain't come easy, believe me. This is blood, sweat and tears for me. But that is the Panasonic Q, guys. Absolutely chuffed to bits to have it. Let's pop that back down into place. Well, there you go, guys. There is my special package. I'm so happy to have the Panasonic Q. And believe me, that ain't going to stop there, because I've got the book for the consoles now. I've got about 3 more consoles, GameCube consoles, that I actually do want. One is going to be extremely hard to get. The other 2, not so hard. But I can't go into what they are because you just got to find out and wait and see what they are. But obviously it's going to be a few weeks now, because I bought that beast and that has just washed my funds away. So I'm just going to appreciate that machine for a few weeks, start working hard again, saving my dough, and then basically I'm going to get a new machine within the next, I don't know, probably about a month. But I will be back with a few pickups. Probably, well, I ain't going to go into it, you'll just see. I think I should just leave it at that. You'll just see. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad to have done another pickup video. And as always, guys, I am Sybersnake 7. Keep playing. Keep watching.